Yes, everyone. Hope you guys are having a great afternoon today. In about half an hour's time, we get ready for business today as we take on Wolves away from home. Now, we are learning about some interesting team news surrounding a surprise injury. It's pretty minor. We'll get into that, obviously, but great to see some familiar faces here. How you all doing, Benjamin? Second, Ezra. First guy here. Appreciate that, bro. Shout out to you. Jeff, Nathan, honestly, no one cares. Listen, I care. I care. That's all that matters, yeah? But, you guys are making me laugh, man. Benjamin, where is Nkunku? It seems like he's on the bench right now, to be honest with you. I feel like this is probably the perfect time man, to get straight into the lineup. Let's discuss exactly what the hell is going on. As you guys can see, this is the team today. Mudryk on the left, Noni on the right, Nico up front, in behind, Enzo, Palmer, Caicedo, defensive Cucurella, Corwell, Fofana, Gusto, Sanchez, and Maresca, obviously as our manager. Obviously, we're learning that Lavia has a slight minor hamstring injury, which makes a lot of sense. And personally, I feel like when you've been out for such a long time with injuries, it takes your body a lot of time to readapt to like the vigors and demanding nature of football. I think that takes quite a bit of time to get used to. I think maybe your body can go on a bit of like a shock at times as well. So I do feel like when you get introduced again, your body is more prone to picking up minor differences, minor issues, minor injuries. But I guess the positive thing is we have like a wealth of depth to turn to for this season. So hopefully, fingers crossed, there's never a situation where we need to force appearances, where we need to force players to, playing consecutive games in a row. I feel like we've done that so many times under previous managers. I'm looking at Sarri, Lampard, Tuchel. And a lot of the players have suffered long-term injury issues as they look to try and rehabilitate and get back to like peak fitness, right? So obviously shame for Lavia, but it's a good thing that it's nothing too serious. And international breaks around the corner. Once it's first September, there'll be plenty of time for him to really just like come back. So I do think that maybe for the first half of this season, managing his minutes, using him properly, using him effectively, and not really stressing him anymore, is probably the best way to utilize Romeo Lavia this season. But then you think to yourself, obviously Enzo, Caicedo, Dewsbury Hall, Ugo Chukwu gone. Andre Santos is gone. Kasade is probably set to remain. If he does remain here, this is a great opportunity for him to try and get minutes this season, considering that we are going to have to rotate quite a lot. And but noticing that players like Palmer and Nkunku and maybe possibly Felix might also be playing that like third man midfield role too. So I do feel like we have options to cope. Obviously, not as many defensive options. But again, if Lavia's out, the Enzo drops deeper. Guys like Cucurella, Vega, they invert, so it's the best we can do right now is to keep things real. Anyway, Angel, how you doing, man? Big up yourself too. Joe and the High Handsome. Yeah, I'll take it, not gonna lie. Joshua, wow, nice lineup. Yeah, that's the lineup today. That's not my lineup. I mean, I should be swapping the predicted 11 to something else. Obviously, that's an L on my part. But yeah, it's looking promising. It's looking decent. I feel like this is a well-balanced team to take on Wolves today. And I'm really hoping for just... Listen, I'm not expecting an incredible performance. I feel like all of us are a bit realistic now. We understand the team clearly needs some time. That won't work overnight. That's not a quick fix. But if they show the bare minimum of performing their defensive duties, closing their men down, looking to win second balls, the basics... That's a foundation you can build from, in my opinion. That's something at least that can allow you to remain competitive throughout the game. And hopefully moments of individual brilliance might be enough for us to be able to, turn our performance into a win. I think that's what we have to rely upon right now. If this first half lineup can't do it, we have a ton of depth on the bench, including players like Felix, who will probably make his debut today. Neto, who might come on as well. Of course, we've got our defenders. And, usual suspects on the bench. And Nkunku as well. So we definitely have the individual talent to turn things around. Let's see how we utilize that. That'll be a big talking point, I mean. But yeah, I'm going to ask you guys your predictions very soon. But maybe this is a good time to answer some of your questions right now in the chat. And you guys, give me like a thumbs up if my audio is like perfect. And if you guys can hear me and it's like super clear and smooth, let me know. But let me answer a few questions. We got like half an hour before the game starts. If you guys want to watch the game too, I recommend using this website called VipPro, VIP Pro. You didn't hear it from me. All I'm, word on the street says that this is a website you can use to find games online, or so I've heard. So, you know what I mean. I'm gonna just leave this here. You guys can Google this yourself. I'm not gonna send a direct URL. Google it. I'm going to pin what you need to Google as a pin message right on the top of the chat. So anyone that is looking for a stream link, I got you today, and make sure you guys are prepared and ready. Let me answer a few questions. Plagus, Lavia's gone. Yep, Lavia has a minor hamstring injury at the moment. He's gone. India Muslim, singing Dewsbury Hall is just a waste. Ali Akbar, do these transfers for the same lineup as all those transfers for the same lineup as last season? Yeah, I guess that's how you use them, right? Anyway, I'm seeing a few thumbs up, so the audio must be a bit crispy. I'll take that. Abdul, hi everyone. How are you all doing? Like, comment, subscribe, share. Hey, you heard what Abdul said. You heard what he said. Go and do that if you haven't done that already. Damien, Footy Bites is really good, bro. Yeah, so I've heard. George Owner, what a guy. Yes, I try my best. You guys, I feel like recently on the channel, I've been getting so much love from everyone. It's just kind of like taking me back by surprise. But even like my missus is like, oh, you're getting a lot of like, big comments and compliments and stuff. So, obviously I'm going to graciously accept and take it. It's very nice, and it's always very motivating to see the love from you guys. Obviously, it's always a nice feeling. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to keep it honest. So, yeah, it is very motivating to make stuff for you all when there's so much love you all sharing. So yeah, appreciate you guys. Thank you. Anthony, we don't want Jackson to be in our starting lineup. Well, we have a week to go till the window ends. Let's see what happens. Osimhen, John Durand. I mean, there's some potential options, right? Deepesh, yep. Alu Akbar, you don't know. Okay, why am I saying that? I'm just embarrassing myself now. Ezra Black, NiiNii outside of Chelsea, what team you support? Okay, I only support one team, but I do like other teams. Obviously, Atletico Madrid, I've always said, from the times when they first won that league title under Simeone, when they had like Thiago and Gabi and like Costa and David Villa, Felipe Luis, Juan Fran, Godin, Miranda, that was a team I really liked, because when they won that league title, I don't think I've ever seen a team recently that really just like, it's just, I don't know, it's something very masculine about them, just super aggressive. Every game they fought for their lives, intensity never dropped. It was just like, you think to yourself, if teams could apply themselves on that level week in, week out, where would they actually get to? And I think Atleti kind of proved exactly where you would, how high the heights could be. So I always kind of liked Atletico Madrid, but I've liked them since. Like when I was a kid, one of my favorite players was Fernando Torres, which is funny because he signed for us and then obviously didn't really work out. But when he was at Atletico Madrid, I was like, yeah, this is the guy. Guys like Sergio Aguero. I mean, they've always had players that I've liked. Diego Forlan, when he had that season when he was blasting in long-range bangers from outside the box. Yeah, I've always liked Atletico Madrid, and I'm actually hoping one of my like personal targets for this season, I want to try and find the time to go to like each European city to watch a football game. So I like to go to like the Netherlands. I like to go to Amsterdam to watch Ajax. I want to see Atletico Madrid play. I wouldn't even mind going to like Bergamo to watch Atalanta play. I think that could be quite fun. I feel that's like one of my personal goals now. I feel like I need to, mix the two together a little bit now. But yeah, let me go back to the answering some questions. Lewis James, NiiNii, have you seen Nonny's post from yesterday? He feels jinxed now. Yeah, his post actually made me laugh. I hear Wolverhampton or whatever the area is, it's not the greatest area. It's not the sexiest area to be in. And I don't think Nonny was holding back when he was just saying it for what it was. So that was pretty funny to see. And it's funny to know that these guys have burner accounts. I'll be honest with you guys, I have a burner account. I think everyone has a burner account. You need to have one, right? Obviously, I need to keep things professional, my main accounts, but, sometimes you got a social media on your burner, right? So it's funny that players do exactly the same thing. And yeah, I just find it really funny that he he baited himself out like that. But anyway, moving on. Cole, how likely do you think Osimhen joins us percentage-wise? Honestly, I'm feeling maybe like 45%, 50%. I think it really comes down to finances. I know we're playing the gamble to try and, put some pressure on like last-minute decisions. Normally that happens around this time before the window ends, but I think a lot of it comes down to finances, which there's a possibility could open up if Sterling and Lukaku and Kepa and Ben Chilwell and all these guys go. But, it depends if Osimhen's down and what we offer. And I think we have to do the right thing because it's going to be really hard to balance the squad. Osimhen, Nico, Nkunku, Felix, Neto, Cole Palmer. It's not the easiest task at hand. So I hope that if we are really committing to Osimhen, which there's a possibility we could be, we're really gonna, we have a purpose for him and he's gonna make sense for us, right? But let's see. I think finances dictates what really goes on. Yes, sir. Nkunku should start ahead of Nico up front. I've always been pretty curious to see Nkunku playing up front a little bit more. I know that on one hand it's not really his position, but equally I don't necessarily feel like it's something that he can't really do or, something that's beyond him. I think he even said himself he kind of likes the freedom he has when he plays up front. Who knows if he comes on near the end? Let's see what happens. But let me move on. Dergs. Yes, Dergs. Big up, NiiNii. I'm not feeling too optimistic today. I just feel like we are trying to overcomplicate things with this lineup. We should just build on a normal 4-3-3. Just look at City and Arsenal. I think you're making a fair point. I think when you look at City and Arsenal, they play their 4-3-3. Oh my lord, it's so windy today. It's nuts. I might have to actually close that door later on, but I need some ventilation in this room because all these new build houses just trap the air in way too much these days. But to go back to your question, when you look at City and Arsenal, there's like a purpose behind each position in that lineup. Like there's a purpose behind the roles they have. City, listen, Savio, Doku, out and out wingers that can carry up the fields. Haaland, the big man up front. It makes a lot of sense. You're looking at Arsenal as well. Kai Havertz up front, who's really blossoming to look like a pretty, decent player now. And then you have the midfield three that works with Declan Rice as the 8 and out and out wingers too. And we have that combination of, attacking mids and wingers and trying to find that balancing act between them, as well as a midfield that likes to be on the ball and isn't necessarily as physical, right? So I do feel like it's not the easiest balance, to be fair with you. We'll see how it goes though. Let's give it some time. Maybe we might be surprised. Maybe a lot of this system will work because, the instructions by Maresca, that's actually going to be the key detail that kind of gets this whole system like firing on all cylinders. But my friends, give me 1 sec. I need to close this plan because it's starting to get on my nerves now. I think that's a bit better. Okay, moving on. Daniel's boy, it's the tax percentage in comparison to Italy. That makes a lot of sense. Obviously, I was reading reports that we might have to offer like 500,000 a week. So yeah, it's a very, very complicated deal. I don't know why Napoli gave Victor a contract that they can't even afford long term. I think that's mad. Benjamin, what was a VIP role? Google it and find out for yourself what it is. I recommend you Google it if you need to Google it. That's all I'm going to say. Tanner, have you been to an NFL game? No, I have not. I've not been to any basketball games, NFL. I'm kind of football orientated. I've been to like tennis. I've been to Wimbledon a few times, but that's pretty much that. I would like to go to like the boxing one day. And some of my friends told me to go to like see a few MMA fights. Maybe one day I might, see what that's saying too. Smelly Hoover, Mudryk is unironically not in our top 3 left wingers at the club. It's starting to feel like that now, Neto and Joao Felix playing there maybe Nkunku moving there at times. I think this is a massive season for Mudryk now to start establishing himself as someone that, listen, keep believing in me. My potential is going to start flourishing this season. I'm here to show you guys what I'm really about. I feel like he's had a lot of time, a lot of patience. He's not really been injured or anything. He has to push on now. So It's a big season for him, and I thought, listen, second half against Servette was a bit better than the first half. Not incredible. I would still like to think that against an opposition like that, you can take the game by its neck, be the main influencer, make things happen. But I think Maresca himself said it's the decision making. You know, it's his brain. It's how he moves, how he operates. That's the big issue, to be honest. So, yeah, let's see what happens there. But yeah, I had to just quickly send a text in. But let me move on to a few more questions. We got like 20 minutes left before the game starts. Nini, Kieran McDonald, Nini, that one into a two fade little trim on the top. Stop that, love it. Yo, shout out to my barber Moody, man. Obviously, yeah, it's just can't lie, it's just a top guy, to be honest. I feel like when you have a barber, you have to stick to him. You know, I had to apologize to him like last week actually, because every now, because he's so popular, sometimes it's hard to get your trim at the exact moment you need it. And sometimes I need a backup one. But listen, the backup one I used to have, he was this Asian kid, like nice guy, you know, we got along well. But I just feel like maybe he didn't have as much like experience cutting my hair. Like he'd always be brushing my hair all the time, or he'd use like a hair dryer to like, you know, soften my hair and make it straight. It's just like, nah, bro, you don't have to do that with my hair. So yeah, I've been finding a sick schedule now for Moody, because it's like I need to see this guy every time now. And I've actually got one scheduled for this Thursday. So yeah, man. I looked at some of my older videos back in the day, like especially during those dark lockdown days where I looked like some disgusting homeless hobo. And I told myself, nah, I can never confidently do that online again. Like, but anyway, let me move on. Default sounds. How do you get your editing so elite? Bro, I don't even think my editing's that elite. If you want some honest advice, when I started YouTube, I literally copied tutorials. That's what I would do. I must have done about like 5 to 10. I copied them exactly how I saw them. And then you start to like familiarize yourself with the software. And then from then on, I had to find a style that kind of matches speeds and efficiency, but also with quality at the same time, which that you find that process over time, right? It's something that you build upon as you get more experience. So listen, I know like a lot of people are maybe being like inspired by certain thumbnails I've done or designs or whatever, which is cool. But I think to myself, listen, I'm not the expert of this platform. I'm just someone who's trying to make it work for how it suits me. And I still feel like it could be a lot better. And to, you know, I'm always about improving the quality over time. So let's see what happens. But I appreciate it, man. Dave Vincent, who's going to buy Sterling at that price? Fingers crossed it's Aston Villa. I mean, they had money to potentially pay Lukaku's release clause all in one go. So if they have that type of money, maybe we could strike a similar deal of maybe 35 million and a selling clause or add-ons or whatever for Sterling. It's something I'd probably take, to be honest. Mo, with that midfield, Wolves might cook us. I mean, let's see how we perform on the ball. But for sure, I think transitionally, it could be a bit of a sticky one. But we have to see. On one hand, you know what I wouldn't mind seeing? I wouldn't mind seeing Gusto playing the inverted role today and Kukurea playing the more, you know, wide centre-back role. Because I just feel like when Gusto is recently playing this wide centre-back role on the right-hand side, he's giving the ball away in his area a lot. I feel like his instincts are to play it quickly, to like move into the final third. I think he needs to have that bit of freedom. And I think when he was underlapping during pre-season, there was a lot of sick runs he made where he was in like the middle of the field, underlapping to the opposite side, doing like overlaps on the right, underlaps on the right. And it created a lot of great moments for us and big opportunities. So it'd be interesting to see if Gusto had the license to be able to do something like that. Let's see. But I kind of feel maybe Kukurea will continue playing that inverted role for now. And he needs to have a big game because we definitely need some security in front of our defense in this game today. Anyway, Ian O'Sullivan. Yes, Ian, how you doing, man? Great to see you here. Yo, what's up, Nini? How are you doing? I'm excited to see Noni start today. I'm excited, and I'm hoping he continues to perform because I feel like if Noni keeps up his current performances and his current form, it could be a real problem. And I feel like you need to have players like that who are ready to disrupt who the first team players are, because these are the guys who are on their day are good enough in moments to be that guy. And I've always felt like Noni has really good potential. Like, you look at his stats in FVREF, he's one of the strongest ball carriers in the league already. I feel like we forget his time at PSV because it was riddled with injuries. But as a team, he was getting double digits for goals and had a great goal threat playing as like the wides inside forward. And what I really like about him too is his application. Yeah, I know like there was a period where some Chelsea fans online were feeling a type of way about how he was conducting himself. I know everyone kind of over milked things last season when players were trying to steal penalties from Cole Palmer. That's part of the game as you're like forming the squad hierarchies. That's how it is. It's not all nicey, and they're not gonna be upset over stuff like that. I feel like if we really knew what dynamics were behind the scenes, we'd be very surprised by how footballers really are, right? But I do think that Noni has that character. He has the confidence in himself, and he challenges himself. We've seen his clips with his personal trainer working on his shooting technique in moments, and we've actually seen him demonstrate what he works upon outside in games, and I think that's a great sign of development. Ideally, I know maybe it's unfair to compare to Mudryk. For myself, I don't think it really is, because I feel like what Noni's showing me is what Mudryk should also be showing me at this point now. It feels like he hasn't really got out of first gear, whereas Noni now is ready to push on a bit more. So if he has a great game today, Maresca will be a very happy man. And I do think personally with what Maresca wants in the final third, this is a very fun system if you're an out-and-out winger, if you're a wide player with threat, because you're going to get some great moments to affect the game. So let's see what happens. Andrew K. Yes, Andrew. Dini, don't you think Simeone would be the dream Chelsea manager? Bro, bleeds the old school Chelsea aura. I mean, I'm not... Honestly, I get it, but I just don't feel like I'm ready to start thinking about other managers now. It's just too much for me, I'll be honest with you. Like, there's been so many managers over the years. I just can't keep doing it. I've said it before, maybe the positional play route wasn't really the thing that really turns me on, or I was really that excited for, but I can accept it. And one of the reasons why I can is that if you commit to what you want to do, that can elevate it. I think back in the day, we tried to commit to managers without really committing to their ideas fully. And we were always like this like amalgamation of different ideas. And then a new manager comes in, inherits a squad that isn't fully in his image, and then we would just always just kind of like stagnate and plateau. So things are a bit different now, and listen, give it some time. Let's see how it goes. I'm not writing things off just yet, but yeah, I'm definitely not thinking about Simeone or other managers now, bro. But I hear what you're saying. Nick, there's so many Nicks in this chat today. I feel like I've said Nick so many times. Noni seems like he is in a mission. I believe he is mentally prepared to show he is the man for the right side. I definitely think so. Connor Holden Football. Yes, Connor, how you doing? Of course, you guys, make sure you follow Connor on Twitter. Really good tactical threads and really good tactical live streams too. So keep up the good work, man. All good, YouTube. Do you think Felix will be subbed on in the second half? 100%. 100%, yes. Yes, 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 and yes on top. Views from the six. Do you need team or support, Nini? I'm down to help where needed, whether it's video editing or thumbnail creating. In terms of the thumbnails, I've made all my thumbnails from scratch. Like over the years, I've like iterated it and improved. So I'm kind of happy with where they are right now. But editing could free up more time for me to just record. So I have my email. You guys know where to find it. If you go to Twitter, NiiNiiFC@hotmail.com. Like, if anyone's ever interested or thinks they can offer something or wants to collab or do whatever, email me and I'll get back to you. So, yeah, man. You know where to find my email. Demongs, stop contradicting the coach with Noni's situation. You just made it sound like he is working hard. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't get what you mean, man. David Alski, you should go on loan. That could help. Or maybe he remains here until January, like learns a little bit under Maresca and whatever, gets a few odd games as a sub and in the Conference League, and then maybe finds a loan move in January. That could be an option. I know that Sevilla tried to make a move for Vitor Roque, right? I know he's going to Real Betis now. Could they come back again before the window closes? Let's see what happens. But I feel like if Gu does go on loan, it's a guarantee that another striker comes in before the window closes. So let's see how it goes. Damien, this coach doesn't want to win. Let's see. Moritz, congrats on 200,000. Keep up the good work. Appreciate that, man. sometimes like I feel like I should like celebrate my milestones more. I still haven't got my YouTube plaque yet, which is really bad on my part. I need to definitely go out there and hassle YouTube to make sure they secure it up for me. But yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I guess it is like a decent milestone. Yeah, I've been doing this for a while now, so yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I don't know what to say, but it's great that you guys are here. Obviously, still supporting and rating what I do. So yeah, I'm appreciative of that. Yes, Eden, love from Nepal. Yes, my guy. Good to see you here, man. And by the way, I love Nepalese foods. I love my momos. Love it, man. I'm Sean Kenner, Nini Bar. Where else do you believe we are short other than striker? A Simhen deal for Chelsea, but don't you think we're short a world-class keeper like the rest of the top sides have? Yes. I mean, my main keeper for all these years has been Diogo Costa. We've bought like 4 keepers for the equivalent of his price. I would have just been happy to have just committed that money on him straight. And we have someone who upgrades the team. I think a lot of big clubs recently haven't been playing around when it comes to investing big money on signing a goalkeeper. For us to still be doing this like Edouard Mendy Kepa competition thing, I mean, I get it, but equally, how much utility does it really have? I'd rather, if you believe in a keeper, give him a whole season to develop, to improve, to get better, and do it that way. Man City didn't sign 2 goalkeepers to fight out for one position. They've got Edison, who's number 1, and they have Ortega, who's always ready to step in when he has to. And I've always kind of liked that. When we had guys like Petr Cech and Kudicini, Courtois, and who else was it Schwarzer and then Courtois. I think you need to have a bit of that balance, to be fair with you. Imagine if, let's say, hypothetically, Jorgensen played a whole season. He had some goods, had some bads, and he learned from that. That would accelerate his development more compared to having to prove himself in Conference League games and then wait for Sanchez to get injured before he makes his moment. I mean, I don't know. I don't really get that, to be fair. Anyway, Ashcat, Nini, do you think Ivan Toney is one of our main striker targets? Who knows? I know that there's interest from Saudi Arabia for him right now. Could he be someone behind the scenes we're potentially thinking about doing something with? Who knows? We do things in the shadows at times. Obviously, that move for Neto kind of sums it up. So let's see what happens there. But I don't know. Ivan Toney would be interesting, but then I think I don't want to sign a striker for the sake of it. Even though Toney is a good striker, would there be enough for us to just have Nkunku, Nico, Gu as like out-and-out strikers, and maybe you use like Felix and Nkunku and Co as like false nines? Could that work? Would that be necessarily a bad thing? I don't know. I'm not too sure. Hypothetically, theoretically, whatever, I could see it maybe offering us something a little bit different. But like I said, if we can't get our main guy, if we're not signing an upgrade, like Maresca said, don't sign anyone. There's enough in this squad that we can turn to, that we can use. And I'd rather wait until January or next summer, because I think there's some great young forwards on the horizon. And I think one player I was really gassing last season, Joao Pedro from Brighton. I think this guy, I don't know why he didn't get enough credit last season. He got like 20 goals. People tried to downplay his season because he scored a lot of pens, but it's like if you watch him play, he won a lot of the penalties that he scored. He can take on his man, he can hold the ball, he can run the channels, he can score with his head, great shot selection. I think this guy, in my opinion, I see him being like one of the next great strikers in the Premier League, and I just think that, I don't know, let's not force it, because there's players like him on the horizon. I know we're like, Nini, the striker market, there's no quality, where's your new Lewandowskis and Suarez's and blah, 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 which I get. But I feel that's because a lot of them are young and emerging now. And I think when they get to like 23 to 26, we're going to see a lot of these guys start to really rise up to the top now. And I think Joao Pedro will be one of those strikers, because I think he's a very, very good player, to be honest. Moving on. Peter, Lavia injured again. Yes, a slight hamstring injury, which ain't great. Patrick, I'm sad Pochettino went. He finished good and the team had chemistry. I was a little bit sad too. Listen, last season I was kind of, percentage-wise, I'd say I was like maybe 65% Poch in, 35% out. As the season went on, that was wavering. When we lost that cup final to Liverpool in the manner we did, I was really just against him, thinking this ain't good enough. This is kind of embarrassing, to be honest. But then things worked out for us near the ends. I felt like, you know, once I got more context of this situation, and when things started to make more sense and players started to come back, I was like, okay, maybe there is something here now, especially when the players are responding so well to him that you could probably give him another season to continue what we left off last season. Because normally, teams that end last season strong start the new season strong, which makes sense because there's not like a 6 month gap between the end of a season and the start of a season. It's like 2.5 months. So you can carry that form forward. But we've moved on now. We're really committing to Maresca in this positional play stuff. So fingers crossed we see something from it, right? Umar. Yes, Umar. Nini, I appreciate all the updates you are sharing on your channel. I have learned a lot about Chelsea's strategic goals through your content. Keep up the good work. I appreciate that, man. Listen, when I make my content, I try to find a bit of a balanced point of view. I'm not balanced for the sake of it. You know, I'm not like a robot where I tell myself, oh, I just want to just have safe opinions to not rile anyone. No, I don't care. If there's certain things I don't agree with, as you guys have known over the years, I'm going to say it, right? But at the same time, I also try not to do the fan thing of thinking that the owners or the manager are idiots. I feel like we're always so quick in our judgments to assume idiocy in every action they do. And when I've been covering this stuff for so many years, reading reports, all that type of stuff, that's what information I'm going to forget. I'm going to try and apply what I learned into new situations to understand what's going on. And I think, yeah, it's nice to know that you guys respond to that, because I'm sure you guys think the same thing. Like, come on, we're hardcore fans. This is why you guys are watching the stream right now. We're hardcore Chelsea fans. You know, we're so hardcore that we need just a little bit more. You know what I mean? But anyway, we've got 3 minutes before the game starts, my friends. DJ Kiwi, yes, that is a very good idea. Score predictions. You guys get your score predictions in right now. How are you feeling? What do you think the result can be today? Give us an idea, let us know. I'm going to get my game on right now just to get everything sorted. Okay. Yeah, you guys, give me your score predictions right now. What you were thinking. Yeah. Don't know what's going on here. My stream for the game's like slowly. Shit, that's really annoying. You guys bear with me for 1 second so I can just get my game on properly. So I don't get it. The game is on Sky, but that you have to pay to watch it, even though I already have. Fucking this country, man. Scam, man. Absolute fucking scam. Anyway, you guys, I'm seeing 2-1 to us, 1-1, 1-0, 1-1, 3-2. Link the stream. I can't send the link exactly, but obviously you guys look at my pinned comment. You're going to find a link if you Google VIP Row. Google VIP Row to find links to watch the game. That's what I'm going to say. Nonsense, man. Good, my game's up now, thank God. It's getting a little bit worried then. Oh. Anyway, the game's starting in any minute now. Okay. Okay, that's it, my friends. That's it. Good. Game is on. Thank God. So I was stressing out. Kickoff has started, and Fofana plays a long ball to find Madueke in the right-hand side, and we kick things off now. Okay, good. I'm starting to stress out a little bit then. Ugh, my lord. I feel like I've just wasted money purchasing the game. I thought this game was on Sky today. I could have sworn it was on Sky today, so I don't know what's going on, to be honest. But anyway, my friends, what you guys were saying, let's get this stream started. That's a Mudryk. Oh, yes, Kukurea intercepts that. Very good. I feel like Kukurea's defending is way better when he intercepts compared to like defending 1v1. I feel like against good wingers, he always struggles. You know, Saka, Savio, a few of these guys. But if you allow him to be proactive and intercept and close the spaces, I think his defending's like a lot stronger in that area. Anyway, yes, Enzo, he finds Cole Palmer, who spreads it wide to Madueke. It's a decent start so far. First minute, Madueke! Oh, played. So I thought maybe Noni, if he cut inside a bit faster, I thought there was an opening there for him to take a shot with his left foot. But it's a nice fast start. Madueke is looking confident, running at his man. Clearly has confidence with his left foot now after that goal he scored against Servette. But yeah, it's nice that the wingers get found out wide. Anyway, set piece, Cole Palmer. Yes! Come on! Nico Jackson first goal this season. Let's go, man. Come on. That is a start. That is how you start a game. Come on, boys. Let's go. Let's go, man. Yes, Nico. Yes, Nico. Dangerous delivery from Palmer. And Nico's on Mark's far post, and he's got the quality now with his head just to... Listen, last season, start of that season, yeah, Nico would have missed that. How many opportunities did he miss with his head? It was a ridiculous amount. But I felt like he definitely improved in that area. And listen, it looks like a simple goal, but Nico wasn't scoring these simple efforts from the start of last season, right? So it's great that Nico's off the mark, because this is a big season for Nico. If we sign another... Is there beef too? Let's go. Let's go. Now, I feel like this afternoon, we got a game on our hands now. Early goal. Fights are kicking off already. Come on, man. But like I was saying, this is a massive season for Nico. If we sign another striker, his possession in minutes could be on the line, and he don't want that. So, listen, trust in Nico. There's more to come from this guy. It's great that he's got his first goal this season. Hopefully he can get a brace. Hopefully we can get more goals. That's what I want to see. But the fact that we've got this early goal now means that Wolves will have to change their tactics a bit. Listen, they got quality. I feel like Cunha has always been quite good against us. He's actually a very interesting player, right? He's very tall, strong. His carries are mad too. His finishing is like early form Luis Suarez in the league. But he can cause some danger, this guy. Anyway, Sarr, long ball, Kukurea, but Levi Cobble deals with that. I feel like Cobble's aerial ability doesn't get enough praise. I think he's quite strong in that area. Anyway, Kuku tries to play it wide. First time to find Nico, but it goes off the field. But that's a good start, man. That's a good start. How you guys feeling about that one? That's a real start to the game. Yes, Cole. I think Strand Larsen's someone to watch out for, like another one of these physical freak strikers. I don't know what they're eating in Scandinavia, but they're just producing some real Vikings these days, no? Anyway, played. Caicedo spreads the ball to Fofana on the right hand side. Gusto was okay. Is Gusto inverting with Caicedo in this game? Am I seeing what I wanted to see? I feel like I am. Oh, yes, Mikhailo. Yes, Mikhailo. Played. Come on, Malo. Finds Noni on the right-hand side. This start right now, I'm not going to lie, I'm impressed. I'm liking it so far. I'm really liking this start right now. There's like a bit of pace and purpose behind our play. It's not just slow possession for the sake of it. You know, I'm seeing Cucurella as the wide centre-back. I'm seeing Gusto's inverting, which I think he's a lot stronger at doing compared to playing as a wide centre-back. Yeah. Em, why don't you have a season ticket? I've had a season ticket since I was like, I think 5 years old. I had to give it up during the 1920 season only because of this channel. I'm a one-man army. It's hard for me to get videos out on time and do everything I have to do. And like when I'd go to games to try and make it happen, I'd always be behind with uploads. And the thing is, when you're behind by an hour compared to everyone else, all your views and interactions die. So I like to see it as a temporary sacrifice, and I'm hoping that at some point as the channel levels up, I'll definitely be back in games because, you know, like I've been doing this like my whole life. So yeah, man, that's a bit of context it provides. Anyway, Caicedo kind of, he receives that really well then to find Mudryk on the left. Oh, okay, another corner. But so far, we got a lot of pace out wide. We're really playing balls quickly to isolate Wolves in those wide areas. We're taking advantage of those spaces there really well. Mudryk's looking very sharp and dynamic. Madueke, the same thing. It's very unrelenting so far, and I like this. I like this type of tempo we're playing with. Cole Palmer. Ooh. That's it. Play it back to Nico. Okay. Yes, Caicedo. Jackson plays it back to Caicedo. No, plays it backwards to Cucurella. To Gusto. We're trying to force Wolves to come out a bit now. And now Cole Palmer wide on the left. But Enzo, uncharacteristically, overhits that pass then, which seemed very easy to play that ball into Palmer then. So now a goal kick for Wolves. O'Neal is already biting his fingernails, figuring out what the hell to do because we weren't prepared for this. We weren't working upon this in the training sessions for this game. Things are not going to plan right now. That's it. Yes, Palmer. It was a foul, but at least he was following his man then and, you know, putting that work in at least. But now I'm excited for this game, you know. If we can maintain this momentum whilst knowing that Neto and Felix are going to come on second half, yeah. I think a nice win today is going to do wonders in terms of inspiring the fan base, the players, you know, bringing more confidence into what we're doing. But how we're playing this game compared to Servette, yeah, it's a very welcome change, to be fair with you. Oh, Caicedo, man. Lost the ball in a very poor area, but Gusto's there on the right-hand side. Stick with him, Gusto. Yes, Fofana, and yes, Gusto. Good defending. Very good defending from Gusto. Nice. Okay, now against Servette, I thought our set-piece defending was very weak. So I want to see some improvements right now because I think Wolves, they have some quality from these areas. So Enzo's on the big man all the time. He was on Haaland before. I wonder why we do that. I guess he just like takes a big man out. He just like is a menace. He gets in this space. He stops him from turning. I mean, it works against Haaland, against Man City. So let's see how Enzo does against Larson. Anyway, Levi, Lamina. Okay. Come on, boys. Concentrate, man. Come on. Oh, my Lord. That was close, man. That was very close then. I thought that was it. I thought that was 1-1. Mascara completely unmarked. No one was there to deal with him. I'm thinking like who was supposed to deal with him? Like there was no one man to man. It felt like it was like a bit of man to man and a bit of zonal defending. And Maresca took advantage of that moment then. Anyway, something to like concentrate about, you know. Hopefully you can like reduce the amount of corners we give away. I think that's probably the best tactic because I still don't think we're perfect with our set piece defending. And yeah, I hate conceding goals from set pieces. It's like one of the most controllable things you can do, right? Ah, Gusto. Anyway, yes, Enzo wins it back. He's alert. Nice pass to Caicedo, who releases Cucurella on the left-hand side. He's carrying the ball up the field. He finds Enzo again. Links up with Nico very well. Nico plays it into Palmer. Nice little drop inside. Palmer's looking to play forwards. Oh, I felt like there was a moment then to play it over the top to Mudryk. But listen, it's Cole Palmer. He can do what he wants. And these are the moments here where we have to be a bit wary of Wolves in the transition. Oh, Larson, a bit too easy, but Malo Gusto. Good defending, good interception. And that's it. Larson gives away the free kick. But now it looks like a game's on right now. You know, Larson's getting the Wolves fans wild up. The intensity of this game is a very good intensity right now in the first 11 minutes. Teams are trying to do something here. And I think that's very refreshing. So we got a game on our hands. Wolves want to compete with us. So we need to step up. Robert Sanchez finds Levi Corwell. Come on, Caicedo. Like, why did he not move out there quickly enough then? Yes, Sanchez, good pass to find Fofana, but a bit too much pace on that ball then. But I like having... Oh, unlucky. But I like having Fofana playing the wide centre-back role on the right because Fofana, I would say, is one of the strongest ball carriers with centre-backs in the league. So when Gusto's... I get why you'd want to play Gusto there, but... yeah, I don't think it's working right now. I think Gusto inverting makes more sense and Cucurella playing the wide centre-back role is the other option, right? Anyway, Wolves have got us in our own half right now. Let's hope our defensive shape is strong. Lamina. Oh, Robert Sanchez, good goalkeeping then. To be alert, to come off his line, that was alert goalkeeping. But that was, you know, I feel like in these moments off the ball with our shape, there's like we lack the intensity in certain areas we need to have it. Because yet again, that was a simple pass from Lamina then to nearly play Cunha through on goal. Like, listen, Mudryk, I mean, no one wins that ball then. And it was like 2v1. So there needs to be like a little bit more. Like Robert Sanchez made himself very big, gets down low really quick too. He definitely saved that situation. And I feel like Sanchez does good things like this in games, but then he also does bad things as well. So, but to be fair, you might not agree, but I feel like he's better than Cucurella, than Kepa. I feel like, yeah, Sanchez is better than Kepa. So I guess he has that working for him. Oh, another cheap giveaway. No. Oh, my lord. Losing a little bit of control then. Caicedo, a bit sloppy on the ball. I'm curious, you guys in the chat, what links are you using to watch the game? I'm curious. Like, yeah, obviously, the times aren't synced up. There's nothing I can do, to be honest. I've used like a few different streams. Obviously, it's not on in the UK. There's a little bit of a delay. So I'm going to try and fix the time score lines to figure out what the hell is going on. But, yes, it's frustrating. I won't lie. You guys, give me a sec. I'm going to find out if I can maybe do something with the scoreline. How can align the score lines? I'm 1 min behind. Yeah, I've hopefully I can get the time synced up. I think I'm like maybe 25 seconds behind, which is really annoying. Right now, Sanchez has played a pass to Colwell on the left, driven pass into Nico Jackson, who plays it back to Cucurella. And super ball from Cucurella to find Nico. Come on, Nico! It just gets brushed off at the final moment. Good defending from Wolves. Nico was nearly through on goal then. That was unlucky. But that was a great pass by Cucurella. But no, Strand Larsen's been released. But his first touch is poor. But he finds Cunha. And he's offside. Thank God. He's offside. Yeah, I'm on Optus Sport as well. So I'm not really understanding. I'm like, I think 30 seconds delay. So I feel Wolves are giving us some serious things to think about. On 2 occasions, they're playing balls in behind to find either one of their strikers, and it's taken out our whole structure. Anyway, Enzo, great low-driven switch ball to find Madueke. Come on, Noni, cut inside, takes a shot. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. Great strike by Noni. He cuts inside and takes his shot early. That's what you want to see. Anyway, Caicedo, good play. Ball finds itself back to Madueke on the right hand side. He takes it to the byline. Cross inside the box. Oh, Palmer to slipped in the last minute. Oh, shit. Bro, I thought it was about to be 2-0 then. Now it's a fast breakaway for Wolves. Now this game is end to end. And again, Strand Larsen. My lords, bro. Like in the space of, 20 seconds, each team had an opportunity to score then. Wow. Okay. Yeah, but anyway, my friends, I know that the timelines aren't really in sync. There's nothing I can really do about that right now, to be fair with you. I know I'm like 30 seconds behind, but I'm sure if you guys are watching it on the link I'm using on Optus Sport, I think we're all kind of behind a little bit. So, just have to ignore the score. Ignore the timeline right now. But basically, I've paid for a service which updates the scores and does the live timers and stuff like that. So I've texted them now, and they said that's a feature they're working on to add like a delay thing. So gonna have to bear with that for the future, to be honest. But hopefully it doesn't distract too much. Hopefully you guys are still hopefully you guys are watching it at the same time I am. Right now it's like 80 minutes and 50 seconds. So there's not much I can do. Our defense needs to pattern up. I feel like it's not just. I feel like it's a combination of two. I feel like the defensive line is looking a bit suspect. It's not in sync. It's not in unison together. But equally too, the pressure in front of the defense is a bit weak because we're allowing too many moments where Wolves one through ball in behind, and that's stretching our defense, and that needs to stop. We need to see more energy from these guys further forward, and that's like the big thing you miss out on when you don't have like a Gallagher in the team. Just to be that glue, just to give us a bit more bite in the tackle, right? Okay. Nice one. But yeah, hopefully this little, in the future, I'll be able to add this like delay to the timelines. So yeah, it will be fixed in other streams, but not today, sadly. But a lot's gone down in the first 20 minutes. We could have easily scored 2 goals, and Wolves could have equalised easily too. So everything's very much on the line right now. We have to focus up. Anyway, Fofana carries it forward, plays it back to Gusto's inverted, and Gusto with a beautiful switchboard to find Mudryk on the left. Takes it down perfectly, looking to cut inside, heads up, and he tries to find the run of Madueke. He's making a diagonal run from the opposite side. So that was good play. In about 2-3 passes, we forced a corner situation. So that is good. I know that Maresca's football can be a bit slow at times, but it isn't always slow, you know. At Leicester, they did speed up the play a lot. They would look to find their wingers wide really quickly. And I think so far today, there's a lot of intensity and a lot of pace in our performance. So it's not been bad. It's not been perfect, but it's not been bad. Oh, that was a nice little near post corner then. Well defended by Wolves. Cole Palmer on the left-hand side again. All his crosses are hitting the first man right now. Caicedo outside the boot, first time passer by Nico Jackson, who's drifted to the right-hand side, holding his man up, and he plays the pass back to Caicedo to try and, you know, force out Wolves, but they're just keeping their shape. They're not taking the bait, and Madueke's now on the right-hand side. I mean, Noni very ambitious, but Enzo's there to win the second ball. Finds Cole Palmer. Come on, Palmer. I feel like Palmer's having a little bit of like a slow start, but it's fine. Obviously, he had an extended holiday. He's played a lot of football, and you know what I mean. He needs a little bit of time to get back to full form. Caicedo finds Noni on the right side. Noni. Yeah, back to Caicedo, but the first touch isn't perfect because it wasn't the best pass from Noni, to be fair. And now we're inviting pressure back to ourselves. But Gusto, nice tackle then to win that ball off Cunha. And I feel like Cunha, as I said, he always gives us threat in games when we play against him. There's always something he's adding to games. He's always been a danger man against us, so we have to really be wary of his threat. No selling Noni at this point, for sure. Can you put link in the chat? If you can look at my top comment, I'm going to just make it even simpler. If you guys want the link, I'm going to make it simple. Google yeah, so listen. You guys, is literally in the pin chat right now. There's no excuses for anyone to be asking me put a link on right now. It's literally right there. So you have to Google it, but once you Google it, then you'll find what you need. Anyway, look at the high press. There's like 5 players further up the field. Look at the massive gap between where the defenders are and where the press was. There's an ocean of space, and when we lose the ball, Wolves can then attack us. Oh, Mudryk, step over, accelerates away. That is superb pace, but he didn't know what to do with the ball. Enzo's got his hands up. I was free wide in the left. Why did he not play it to me? If you had played it to me, I could have played you in behind with a 1-2. That's what I mean by Mudryk's brain. Like, he has the talent. That was a nice acceleration away. That was a very nice step over. But release the ball to Enzo and run inside the box. But going back to what I was saying before, it's the pressing structure. Like, in that moment, yes, we luckily got the ball back again. But you're seeing 5 of our guys in Wolves' half, and the rest of our defense is deeper. So it's just like 5 man here, 4 man there, and there's all that space in midfield. So when we lose the ball, it's very easy for Wolves to play forward, and it's very easy for them to you know, find their strikers in behind with through balls. So we need to fix up there. Fatai, Mudryk looking better, but the issues are still there. Yeah, he's looking promising, but again, it's the brain, right? Like, if I could fuse a player with Mudryk, it would be Hudson-Odoi. I feel like if Mudryk, he'd be clear. And if Hudson-Odoi had Mudryk's pace and little things like that, he'd go, like what he used to have back in the day, he'd be clear too. Ben, Mudryk gets the step over speed boost like it's FIFA. Yeah, you saw that, right? That fake speed boost out from nowhere. I was like, shit. Like, we know he's a fast guy, but we don't necessarily see like his peak pace all the time. But that's something he can do. And listen, I think the last time I saw Mudryk really showing off that pace was when he was at Shakhtar, when they were playing those Champions League games, like against Real Madrid and Celtic. Like, yeah, he looked clear, I'm not going to lie. But he has to step up now, you know? Okay, Mudryk's first Boza moment so far. Good from him at the moment. Okay, hurry up, ref. Hurry up. Ah, come on. Anyway, switch ball finds Noni on the right, but Noni can't control that ball and keep it in play. So a wasted opportunity then. Sounds like we controlled game for 50 minutes and now lost control. It's definitely got more end-to-ends. Wolves have another counter-attack. Nori, some great skill then. Oh shit, finds Cunha, and now that is 1-1. And that moment was coming. As I said, Cunha's been a danger man against us for time. They've been looking to play that pass on the outside to take advantage of our defensive lapses there. You know, Palmer, like, how did we lose that? Caicedo again just loses the ball. I feel like on 2 or 3 occasions, he is being targeted by Wolves players. Enzo, weak defending. Nori, look, completely unmarked. Completely unmarked on the left side. He just peeled off. Everyone's ball watching right there. No one deals with the situation. Caicedo, Enzo do absolutely nothing. And that's a very easy equaliser for Wolves. So that's a disappointing goal to concede. We had control in that moment. And just these easy dispossessions. Honestly, it's... like, I don't want to... I don't know. I feel like Caicedo is just like looking a little bit rusty, man. I feel like he... last season he was like that. I guess there was context behind why. But seeing it again, this is a little bit annoying. I'll be honest with you. Enzo got ripped to shreds yet again. Yeah, missing Lavia. Yeah, you think in those moments Lavia has a bit more something defensively, right? But, you know, we've splashed like nearly $250 million on Caicedo and Enzo. It needs to work. They have to step up more. And I don't know. You think to yourself, if Enzo is besides a physically imposing midfield partner, would that not elevate both of them? And we saw with Caicedo when he had like a Gallagher beside him last season, someone that can like share the defending duties that he could rely upon to win those key tackles and to have that aggression beside him. He looks better for that. And we saw Caicedo having the license to step up near the end of last season and actually play make and actually kickstart a lot of attacks. At the moment, we aren't seeing strong signs of Caicedo and Enzo together really being that elite partnership that we were hoping they're going to be with the money we splashed out on them. Hopefully it improves, but, you know, it's a little bit concerning. The midfield is a problem. Bring back Ugo Chukwu or bring on Vega. I mean, Leslie becomes a very interesting option for us, right? He had a good pre-season. It's a shame he's not here with us, but he's someone where if he can develop in the next 1 to 2 years, he's the type of guy I feel, yeah, I want to have that 6-foot+ giant who's sick on the ball, great tech, wins his tackles, and adds like real steel to our midfield. You know, City have that with Rodri. Arsenal have that with guys like, what, Rice and Partey, I guess? I don't know. Anyway, Nico Jackson, nice idea by Enzo. Nico tries to flick it with the outside of his boot, but Sarr reads the situation early. Come on, we have to react now. We have to step up. We have to get back in the game. Cole plays it back to Sanchez, who steps up, who finds Wesley. Wesley plays that into Palmer. Palmer, bad giveaway Palmer. But then the pass from Fofana wasn't good enough to at the same time. Oh, yeah, we're losing a bit of control now. Like, We need to get back in position. We have to keep the ball. We have to slow the pace of the game down a little bit now. Because right now, in this moment, Wolves have a bit of an advantage. They're the team on the rise again. Look, skips through Enzo. And look, a pass in behind clears our whole midfield in behind our defensive line. And look, runs after runs not being fucking picked up, bro. This is nuts. Wolves, yet again. The same cutback cross goal, yet again. Like, honestly, based on the chances in this game, Wolves should be in front right now. They should be leading this game. Yet again, man. Guys making third-man runs. No one's picking up these runs. Weak pressure in front of the ball. Oh, my lords. I said in my video during pre-season, 5 things that Maresca has to get done. Defensive structure and pressing was key. And I feel like that was one objective that was not really completed at all in pre-season. And that's one of the details we're really paying the price for a lot now as the season's starting. It's just very weak pressure on the ball. You know, like, I don't like using this comparison, but people would clown Gallagher being blah, 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 blah. But I'm just thinking to myself, you guys don't get it, man. You need to have a combination of supportive players and difference makers, right? And Gallagher's the type of guy that makes your difference makers better, because moments where he can contest for the ball and control a situation, he'll win that tackle and then play the ball forward. So, you know, to think that we've moved away from having any profile like this in our squad means that we have to be playing some peak football to make up for the fact that we're pretty sus off the ball. Like, very sus. It's all Wolves at the moment so far. Nori's really stepping up in this game a lot now. Enzo, good defensive clearance from him. I think we're panicking a little bit now. We need someone in that team who can just, like, hold the ball, get the team to calm down, take a bit of responsibility, and just let ourselves, like, recollect ourselves and really, bring the mentality back again now. Because we're honestly, we're missing out on too many duels again. I feel like we're second best at the moment. Come on, Caicedo. Enzo's drifted to the left hand sides. Enzo plays it back to Corwell. Caicedo, I want you to call for the ball, man. I want you to be in a position to receive. Corwell's like, who do I pass to? Who do I pass to? Where's my option? Where's Caicedo? Ay, ay, ay. Oh, come on, man. Oh. Listen, it was a nice start. At least we have something that keeps us in the game, because if we... Oh, nice back heel from Palmer. Noni cuts inside and he wins the free kick. That's it. That was, I think, the best play from Palmer in this half so far. I feel like if Palmer isn't 100% yet, we have options. We've got Felix, we've got Nkunku. I think these are guys I'd want to see in the second half. But yeah, that was a great back heel to find Noni. From Noni to cut inside, and he wins that free kick off Nori. Okay, you guys, what you're saying in the chat right now? Hep47, is the stream lagging a bit? It is lagging a little bit. I don't know why. It's really frustrating. Very frustrating, but yeah, it's lagging a little bit. Anyway, Cole Palmer free kick. Enzo Fernandez is there. Can Enzo recreate that free kick he scored against Aston Villa? I do think that right now we need a moment of inspiration just to try and, put some nerves back in Wolves, to try and, like, shift momentum back to our sides. Set pieces are our best friend right now. Cole Palmer, Enzo, who's taking this. Palmer again hitting the first man. That's frustrating. Really annoying. how he does OBS. Maresca's on the right hand side. Plays it back to Malo, who's inverted. No, not inverted, but he's underlaps. Cole Palmer plays it back to Caicedo. We've now forced Wolves straight back a bit more now. Mudryk holding the width on the left hand side, running at his man. Ah. Shit. A bit of a calamity between Sarr and Mosquera. And I was hoping that one of our players would sneak, not Mosquera, Totti. And I thought one of our players would be able to take advantage of that mishap then, but we weren't able to. Anyway, Neto and Felix are warming up, so it feels like for sure Maresca will turn to these guys second half. He won't be playing games. Really excited to see what Felix brings. And Neto, so let's see what goes on. Gusto heads it to Noni, good header. Noni holds the ball well. Yes, Noni, good strength. Keep the ball, Noni. That's it, Noni, that's it. Now he's carrying us up the field. In behind to Nico. But Nico, I don't feel like he timed that run perfect then. You guys, is the stream like kind of lagging a little bit? If it is, I'm really sorry. I don't know what's going on. I know in my area right now it's really windy, so I don't know if that's kind of affecting the signal. Hopefully it improves a little bit. Bro, what is going on? Yeah, it's lagging. Like, it's lagging really, really bad. Because I feel like it's really got quite shit now. It keeps going between excellent to poor for no reason. I don't know if it's the winds. I don't know what's going on. It's really frustrating me. Anyway, you have a free kick now to defend. Cunha stepping up. I'm going to try something here. Hopefully that improves the output of the stream. Cunha's free kick straight at Robert Sanchez. Another easy giveaway. Not really keeping the ball well enough, and we're just too many turnovers, losing it too many times. It's getting quite frustrating now. Yeah, Gusto holds his man up, wins the ball out wide. Enzo doesn't win that. Just very weak, man. Very weak. Lamina skips past flipping Palmer, and Madueke skips past Caicedo. Oh my lord. No! Oh, and they hit the crossbar. They are fucking tearing us apart right now. Bro, they are actually moving to us so bad. Wolves are tearing us apart right now. Lamina skips past our whole midfield. Past Noni, past Palmer, no pressure. Caicedo, just every single time you need him to make a key tackle, he never does it. And then, luckily, somehow, we're not 2-1 down behind. Why, Lord, it's nuts. Honestly, it's mad. Caicedo, man, he's not having a great game right now. He is not having a great game. Not having a good game. Oh, I don't even know what to say right now. We're just getting absolutely moved to. We're getting penetrated. We're getting split apart. Wolves are the better team right now. They're ending this half in a very strong fashion. And I feel like heads are going down. Like, no one's calling for the ball. No one's making things happen. It's just very disjointed now. Look, Wolves, 13 touches in the opposition box to our 9. And all their touches in the box have been great striking moments where things that have happened. Anyway, Madueke, Nico combine, and that's it. And now they've taken out our whole press. Cole Palmer's tracking back, but we're just getting completely just... Oh, my lords. I feel like we need half-time. We're desperate for half-time right now. We are in desperate need for half-time. Another free kick we're defending now. Ah. Come on. Nico finds Palmer. Palmer! Palmer! No way. No way. What is going on in this game, man? Honestly, what the hell is going on? No way we deserve to be leading, but just... This is what I was saying in my stream. This game won't go smooth. We're going to need moments of individual quality to lift us up. We're going to need these special moments to help us. Robert Sanchez, superb. Super pass from Sanchez to find Nico Jackson. He deserves credit for that. Nico, what a ball to Palmer. And Palmer, first time lob outside the box. Fucking hell. Ah, bro, Cole Palmer is too cold, man. Ah, that was so nonchalant. That was so sexy. What a goal. But come on, Robert Sanchez deserves a ton of credit. That pass to release Nico Jackson, that was an unreal ball. That was a stupid goal, man. That was a ridiculous goal we just scored. What is going on? Oh, Cole, he's won it again. Plays it to Mudryk. Releases Nico. Oh, fuck's sake, Nico, man. Yes, Gusto wins that back. Back to Noni. Oh, played my working. Free kick, ref. That's it. Oh, my lords. That pass, absolute nuts. Nico Jackson awareness. But again, him and Cole Palmer, they have that understanding of each other's game. That's the main difference, man. That is the main difference. Noni has that KSI forward. This guy. Oh, my lords. Yeah, I was having all these dark thoughts for the half ended, thinking that we deserve to be down. Nothing's going right. What the hell is going on? Now I feel good. I think we're back now. And I know that Neto is going to come back to, really just like kill his former team. And Joao Felix debut. Yeah. Come on, Cole. Please, don't hit the first man. Let Enzo take it this time. Palmer. Oh. We tried it again. I have a super chat right here. Appreciate that, man. King Javi. Yes, my guy. Caicedo, I'm sorry, not good enough. Very poor. I agree. He hasn't been good enough and he has been poor. You know, like last season when people would try to say to me, oh, Caicedo defensively better than Gallagher, I'm just like, please. But not watching the same game, if you can even dream to say that Caicedo's defensive game is the same as Gallagher's. Bro, Gallagher was making Caicedo look better off the ball. I'm sorry. You know, he's still quite weak in these moments. I think that's a massive, massive shame. Massive shame. Because he should never have gone for the type of money he went for. And the fact that he himself said before the season started that he felt pressure by the price tag, I think it's unfair on a very young kid who was only just like announcing himself in the Premier League at Brighton, right? So I try to have some grace when I criticize. But sadly, it's just like, even though he's showing good moments, he's still not, you know, he's not being that guy for us in midfield consistently. He just isn't. You know, if you're Lavia, you think to yourself, I can win this spot off Caicedo. And I'm sure Lavia's shown with his defending already. You know, I know a very small sample size, but he's shown he's in the right areas. And he's shown that he can win the tackles in those moments that you need him to win the ball, right? Anyway, I'm looking at our pressing thing again. Palmer's on. We're stopping any build-up centrally. Palmer's pressing Sarr. Could have put a bit more intensity in. We're closing them down out wides. Nico's on, is that Totti or Maresca or something? What? That's a free kick! Anyway, just slow the play down. Waste time. Slow it down. That's all we need to do right now. We need to maintain this 2-1 leads. And we need to regroup second half. And Maresca needs to make some changes. Levi Corwell gets underneath that then. Gusto, a bit of a panic clearance. Noni, silly foul to give away, Noni. Silly foul. Silly foul to give away in that area, Noni. Very silly. Just naive, you know. It's just naive. Oh. Very naive, man. Now we have to concentrate. We have to be ready for this now. 8 Noris, very dangerous deliveries in this game so far. Cunha, will he go for goal again? Or are they going to look to play it to the far post? I'm seeing their big men peeling off, where Nico and Cucurella are. I feel like 8 Noris about to try and find Doherty and Lemina. Yeah, he does. Oh my fucking God, man.